Who looks better now, the Packers or the Buccaneers?
Yeah, the Bucs look pretty darn good, and they're defending Super Bowl champions. But I just feel like the Packers right now, things are starting to click. And defensively, when you look at how well they've played, and look, they've been missing Jair Alexander, no Zadarius Smith, and yet guys are starting to show up. Preston Smith got a sack. You see Rasul Douglas getting this pick six, second week in a row. And it feels like, all right, man, their defense is playing well now. Aaron Rodgers is lighting things up now. Offensively, they're starting to get going. There's the sack by Preston Smith. If they could get Zadarius Smith back, all right, you know what? I'm starting to believe in the Green Bay Packers. But I just don't know if it's the same Green Bay Packers we saw the last 2 years. So that's the question mark really to me is we're comparing them to the Bucs, who they lost to last year, the NFC Championship. Why did they lose? Because they couldn't protect Aaron Rodgers. And yet, yesterday, they lost another tackle. Billy Turner went down, hurt his knee. Bakhtiari's still not back. They lost Elton Jenkins earlier in the season. So my only question mark right now with the Green Bay Packers is, are they going to be able to protect Aaron Rodgers when it comes time for the playoffs and when it comes time to that big game? Because they couldn't do it last year, and that's why they were sitting at home watching the Super Bowl.
I hear you. And yeah, maybe for some of those reasons, I'm going to Tampa. The second half yesterday was rough. The first half was absolutely terrifying, beautiful destruction. And that Super Bowl run they went on last year that we've talked about so much was really, it's the pass rushers, and it's Devin White. And I was like, right now, I feel like it's the offense is so good and so loaded. And Peter talked about how good Evans was, and Godwin's been incredible. Gronk looked really fresh yesterday. He didn't make a ton of plays, and it's not all over the highlight, but he did catch one and accelerate and head towards the sticks, and it looked like it was young Patriots Gronk. You know Antonio Brown's going to be back. Like, they haven't cut him. They haven't done anything, and they haven't cut him because he's going to make a huge play in a playoff game. That's just what he does. You can pick either of these teams. They're very, very good. I have my concerns about maybe the Bucs defense right now and definitely the Packers special teams. But, like, we saw this movie before. Bucs offense versus Packers offense. As good as Rodgers is, I still go with Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I'm going Bucs also.
Are you?
Because in the big moments, Brady's doing it. Like, he is doing it. And as great as Rodgers is playing right now, Brady's been that good all season long. Brady's maybe having his best year since the 07 season. And it's like whenever they need a big play, Brady's finding a way. Yesterday, this offense, had to make up for a lot of defensive woes. I thought the defensive backfield, which finally had the host of characters back with Jamal Dean and Murphy Bunting, and you had Carlton Davis and Richard Sherman back there, but the Bills were picking them apart. They needed Brady to make plays at the end. He was. He's so clutch. And here's my poke in the hole in the Packers, because I agree with you. They're going to get their best players back. Like, Bakhtiari's coming back, and Jair's going to be healthy, hopefully, for the playoff run. But gosh, their special teams is atrocious, and this matters.
Get into it.
Last night, if you didn't watch this game and you see 45-10 or 45-30, you missed this. They allowed a punt return for a touchdown. They allowed a 34-yard punt.
Yeah, that's the first punt return for a touchdown in the league this year. No one's done it. The whole league.
They had a kickoff that went out of bounds. They muffed one kickoff return. An onside went against them. They shanked a punt. They muffed a punt. And, that stuff matters. It's 1/3 of the game. I'm watching this, and, what is this play? What is that play?
I don't know.
That is like atrocious. Look at this punt, this left-footed punt, and it's like, all right, we're gonna take it back to the house.
Longest punt return in Bears history.
Like, what are we doing? This is a Devin Hester's.
Hester never had one.
He never had one like this.
Nope.
Well, because you're not supposed to catch it inside the 10 like that.
But against the Packers, you should.
Against the Packers, you should.
Yes. Throw those rules out the window.
If you're not watching the Packers and they have a first-year special teams coach who they swear by and it's good, anything the Bears needed, they got on special teams, which was crazy. This stuff matters to me. So who's playing better football right now? Yeah, you could say the Packers defense is better than the Bucs defense. You could say that Rodgers playing better. There is a third of the game called special teams, and suck-up is automatic, and the Bucs don't mess up there, and the Packers continue to shoot themselves in the foot on these things. I think that the Buccaneers have a more complete team and are playing better football right now.
And their secondary is getting healthy. They can, score on you and beat you in every conceivable way, whatever third of the game you choose. And I'm waiting for you. You're you didn't even mention Leonard Fournette. That's the depth of talent on this offense. Last year, when they really started clicking, Fournette started going off. He's doing it much earlier this season. He's had such a huge role week in, week out. So that's going to play huge into this, too, because he's going off and doing what he did last year at an earlier clip.
This is the vision of Fournette out of LSU. Star player, star team. He looked awesome. The offense really goes through him a lot. And also for the Packers, I know we're not concerned about it because he just keeps playing well. It seems to be that Rodgers is concerned about his toe.
Talking about it.
It comes up a lot. We're talking about putting a pin in it. On a 3rd and 9, we need him to scramble against Tampa in the playoffs to get the chains. And if he can't move like he can't move in this debate, Bucs versus Packers, I think that factor is pretty big. He seems to be concerned.
Packers need the 1 seed.
They had the 1 seed last year.
They've had the 1 seed a lot in the playoffs.
Right the hell in there.
There's a lot of games in limbo.
I know, they do. Not this year, though, but playoff games, yeah. I mean, we tried that. It was always, that's the missing ingredient. Get the 1 seed. They got the 1 seed. They lost to Brady. And, like, we're not even talking about the Cardinals right now, who have the best record.
The 1 year Rodgers went to the Super Bowl, they had to win 3 road games to get there. I almost wonder if being on the road helps.
Is it better?
Here's the one thing that it's kind of like a blanket statement, but the more physical team, like, don't you feel like the Bucs are more physical? I know Green Bay's trying with A.J. Dillon. They're trying to be physical offensively, but with Leonard Fournette, I mean, he's a punisher. He punishes you. He's like Walter Payton. He will not run out of bounds. He's going to take you down. He's going to make you earn that tackle. And I think that translates into playoff